Hey guys, Nick here. I'm back with Kyle at his shop down in Biddeford, and this is an antique place, right? You know, vintage gear and shirts and hats and jackets and cameras, and it's really cool space. And this is a new space for you, Kyle?
It is, yeah. Thanks. I just moved over next door from my old location, which is a couple doors down. I had it for about a year and a half. It was View Antiques.
Sure.
View is a French word for old. What I've done is expanded now to Biddeford Vintage Market.
Yeah.
Bigger space. It's about 3 times as large. I brought my own stuff, and also I've been able to invite some of my vendor friends to join me.
Sure.
And have other booths with a large variety of
Sure.
many different things. So
So does that variety change over time? Do you like swap things out and change things out?
Absolutely, we're constantly replenishing inventory, getting new things in. Me, as well as all my vendors, are really collectors at heart. Really have a passion for the business and a passion for all of the interesting things you might see in the shop.
Sure.
As you mentioned, we really have a wide variety here. We have everything from books and records, furniture, clothing, to holiday decorations, some handmade arts and crafts. We have some local artists as well.
Sure.
So it's really, I like to say it's kind of a curated quality shop. We do have many antiques. We have a focus on, really nice high-end pieces, basically.
Sure.
So
the focus for the shop is high-end pieces, but you have an eclectic mix of a variety of things as well.
Yeah.
And that changes over time.
Yeah, we definitely try to have a variety in terms of pricing point, as well as the history of certain things.
Right.
We do have some higher end pieces.
Yeah.
We have some very affordable, everyday types of things, and everything really in between.
Right. So it allows for your customer to continue to keep coming back.
Exactly. Yep.
The customer that found you before at the View, and now so there's always something to come and look at and see if there might be a fit.
Absolutely, yeah. Really, our goal is to not just have one customer once. It's really to have repeat customers that we develop a relationship with
And build a community.
Build a community. I love talking about older things with folks. And nothing excites me more than somebody that's excited about something that we have for sale. Many times folks have said, my grandmother used to have something similar to this. I've even had customers who think they were actually buying the exact same thing that their grandmother had.
Oh, wow.
So there's definitely a history, there's a relationship. Oftentimes that's what really draws people into a piece, whether it be furniture, clothing, an old camera, picture. And then, there are people that, just want something cool to hang on the wall as well, So we kind of see a variety of different reasons for people shopping, but what I can tell is it's really about, it's really about the story and the experience for people. It speaks to them. It's nostalgia. It's about, it's about the past and, kind of reminding them of somebody or something in their life.
Do you ever go shopping for people? Like if somebody was to come into your shop and say, geez, I'm really looking for, like I personally love postmodern furniture. Eames lounge chair, or that kind of like that style. Do you ever have clients who are coming in like, this is what I'm looking for? Can if you find it, you call me?
Absolutely, I do. I have my own storage unit as well, so everything you see in the store is not necessarily everything that we have available. So I have my own sort of collection, if you will. Many of my vendors do as well. And I do kind of I keep relationships with other dealers, and know kind of who specializes in what. So if you were to say to me, I'm really looking for an Eames chair, I might be able to call up, somebody that I know and get one for you and that type of thing. I might have one in my, supply, in my storage unit, that type of thing. So it really, it depends what you're looking for, of course, but and many of the vendors as well will specialize in certain things. Mid-century is very popular, and I have a few vendors that really specialize in that and have a lot of that in their inventory as well.
So it sounds like to me anyways, it sounds like this is a more of a passion, right? I mean, so it must be something that you're doing. What is it? You never work a day in your life if you're enjoying what you're doing.
Absolutely, yeah. I literally could work here all the time and probably not get tired of it. Maybe eventually.
Sure.
I totally agree, and it's something that I've always kind of dreamed about doing, and I was lucky enough to have the opportunity to find a space. Ironically, I opened during the pandemic in 2020, which I actually did quite fine. So it was a challenging time for all businesses, mostly local businesses. But I had great support from the community, great support from customers. And really, it allowed me to grow and expand and open up a bigger shop. And
that's great.
Yeah.
So in the real estate world, my space, we've seen a tremendous increase in value. Are you seeing that kind of increase in value in certain collectible items as well?
It really depends on the category and the object and the item, right? So things go up and things go down, and there's definitely some things that continue to go up and maintain their value. Artwork is a great example. It continues to go up in value. Things like old wood furniture are not retaining their value as much. They tend to go down. It really is more market driven, and what I'm finding now is as my customers, new generations, they're looking for different things, and the definition of vintage to them might be something from the 80s or 90s, for instance, that you and I maybe grew up with, like rotary telephone, or even a push tone, telephone, which to us was modern at the time, but to them it's vintage, it's old, it reminds them of something. So there's some variables there. It depends on the person, it depends on what they're looking for, but there are some generalized market trends. And as anyone who's seen like Antiques Roadshow can tell, you can see different fluctuations in price over time. You can see how things that folks bought for $100 have accrued in value to thousands and so forth, or some things that haven't. So it really depends. In your store now, what do you like to carry that you feel is in vogue? Vinyl is big. Vinyl is huge. Antique electronics. That's one of my specialties, if you will. Old record players, Victrola record players, radios from the 40s and 50s. One of my favorite things to do is take an old radio that no longer functions and put a modern Bluetooth speaker into it. So it's kind of a combination of the old world look and feel. You add a little bit of modern technology to it. You can play anything through your phone, and you kind of have that warm sound, and it looks cool on the on the mantle, but it plays whatever you want. That's really cool. That's a really cool idea. Well, guys, I wanted to just say thank you to Kyle. This shop is really, really cool. You've got to come down and check this out. If you want to come to the area, check out Biddeford. Biddeford has gone through a really, really, really cool renaissance. There's some amazing restaurants down here now. Pacifico, Magnus on the Water. There's a new wine shop too that I just heard about. And then while you're down here, come down and check out this really cool store, Biddeford Vintage Market. And how can we find you? How else can we find you? Instagram, Facebook, website. We're right in downtown. We're on Main Street, 156 Main Street, in the middle of Biddeford, in the historic Biddeford district. Right next to the Pepperell Mill. So, email or phone number? You can email Kyle at biddefordvintagemarket.com. Love it. Love it. Well, hey, if you want to move to the area, give us a call at Dambrie Real Estate. If you want to get in touch with Kyle, you can always reach out to us as well. We can put you in touch with him. Thanks so much for tuning in today, and we'll look forward to connecting next time.